Peace, peace, family, peace. This is Empress Chrissy back with another video. Welcome to the channel. These are some ways on how to align, recode, and restore your inner wellness. Let's get into the video.
Here are 3 tips to help you quiet your mind and get a quick dose of inner peace. Number 1 is to relax into presence. Notice what is around you. Notice your feet on the ground. Notice what colors you are seeing. This helps you release where your mind was going and maybe down some rabbit holes and come back into the present moment with your thoughts and your body. Number 2 is to do some breath work, whether that's deep, beautiful, nourishing breaths or quicker, more activating breaths. There's a lot of different kinds you can do depending on what you desire to feel more of, right? More energy or more relaxation. You get to choose to use your breath to bring more energy, more presence into your body, more of your life force into your body every moment. And number 3 is to feel your body. So often we do not pay attention to how we are feeling, and we can really become so disconnected and so in our head and so down all these rabbit holes, right? So if you pause and you feel your body, you feel the muscles in your body, you feel any emotions that you may be experiencing, it will help you notice what you're experiencing, where you're at, so you can know how to give yourself more of what you need in that moment.
Here's some simple activities to get you to a healthier you. Physical movement is anything that helps you move a little. So this could be taking a walk in nature, dancing to your favorite music, gentle stretching or yoga. This isn't about losing weight. This is just about being active. So it could be as simple as trying out a new sport or just doing something for fun that uses your body.
You struggling with your mental health? If so, we've got 4 tips to help you with your mind every day. So the first one would be sleep. You have to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night and keep a consistent schedule where you wake up at the same time each day. Next, there's exercise. It boosts your mood and it reduces anxiety by releasing endorphins. Even a short walk can make a big difference. Next, you want to focus on the foods that you're eating. Focus on whole foods, healthy fats, and plenty of water. Avoid processed foods, caffeine, and alcohol. And if you are someone who wants to take this to the next level, I would recommend that you consider cutting out gluten and dairy, which seem to be very common food sensitivities for a lot of people. For many people, it can just take 3 weeks to see the benefit of cutting them out. And finally, the last tip is that you need to set boundaries in your life. Say no to things that drain you, get out of toxic relationships, and fight habits like using excessive social media. If you do these things, you're going to look after your mind in a much better way. Mental health is really about small and consistent habits.
We just did a mini weekly challenge last Friday. I have those on my channel on Fridays. So if you want to do some little mini challenges with the community on the channel, tune into those videos on Friday. But the one that we did last Friday was digital detox. And so with that, we spent a little time detoxing from social media and from scrolling on the cell phones. You wouldn't think that a few minutes or a few hours off social media is very helpful, but a few minutes, probably a few hours off social media is really, really good for your well-being. These days, all of us, we are so attached and attuned to our devices and our cell phones. So that's definitely something that I practice on a regular basis, and that I do recommend doing some digital detoxing.
Hands down, the number one thing you should do for your health is address your mindset. Learn how to meditate. Learn how to self-regulate. and learn how to respond instead of react. Also, understanding that thoughts are not facts, and what you focus on the most grows the most. And really understanding that it's a skill that you can learn, that can be taught, and it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of consistency. But you can change your personality and you can create a new reality based on addressing your environment and your thinking patterns and the stories that you tell yourself day in and day out.
If you feel like you've gone into an isolating hermit mode and have kind of shut yourself off from everyone, I've got a few things that I need you to know about this time in your life. It's very important to use this time wisely. Isolation is only serving a purpose for a period of time. It is a great tool for healing. This is a time when you're going to upgrade your belief systems, and you're also going to have an opportunity to upgrade your social connections. Now, I know the social connections isn't really happening right now, but once you emerge out of this hermit mode, out of this isolation, out of this cocoon, if you will, there will be some opportunities waiting for you. This is also a time when you want to integrate into your inner child. You want to start to show up for those feelings that you might have stuffed away previously. Learning about those cognitive distortions, those lies that you tell yourself, these stories that you make up in your head, and start to rewrite new ones. This is also a time when you're going to start respecting your own personal boundaries. You're going to start asking yourself, what are my needs? What are my emotional needs, my physical needs, my alone time needs, my social needs, my monetary needs? What are all the things that I need in my life right now? And no, it's not selfish. Because if you're not using this time purposefully, and you're sitting in a pit of woe and pity, depression, that will not allow you to expand. Instead, it will have you shrinking and regressing and isolating even more. When you are making the most out of this time to yourself, that will lead to the greatest expansion.
If you've been bad to your brain, like nonstop gaming, lots of pornography, terrible food, and all of a sudden you go, oh, I can have a better brain. Your brain can be better in as little as a couple of months, where you just feel better, think better, your mood is better. But it has to start with this concept. You have to want to have a better brain.
Your behavior causes your results. If you want to change the results, don't look outside of yourself. Don't say it's the economy, it's the boss, it's my spouse, it's none of those things. It's something inside, and it's called a paradigm. How do you change it? Well, first of all, you start out with the result you want to change. Let's say you want to get up on time. You're always sleeping in. That's a very simple result. A lot of people have a problem with. How do we do that? Well, we take a look at what causes us to sleep in. It's an idea in our subconscious mind that just keeps us hitting snooze, staying in bed, not getting out of bed. So I say, I want to change that result. Well, write out exactly the negative result that you're getting. I'm forever sleeping in. I'm always late. I never get up. I hit snooze when I set an alarm. Write that out. Then ask yourself, what is the polar opposite to that? And write it out in the present tense as an affirmation. I am so happy and grateful now that when I wake up, I get up. That's it. I am so happy and grateful now that when I wake up, I get up. And you write that out 100 times a day. I know your intellect, logic is going to tell you this is silly. It won't work. Well, you try it. Write out 100 times a day. I'm so happy and grateful now that when I wake up, I get up. And write that 100 times a day for about 30 days. I'll guarantee you'll hit quit the snooze button. You know what you've done? You've programmed a new idea in your mind, and it takes over. The old idea dies for a lack of nourishment. You're not feeding it any longer. See, the old idea was a habit. You're in the habit of boom, hit the snooze button, stay in bed, go back to sleep. And what you've done is you've programmed in a new habit that's essentially the opposite to the old. The old dies for a lack of nourishment because you've kept feeding the new one. And write it out 100 times a day, present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that when I wake up, I get up. And mentally see yourself. The second you wake up, your feet hit the deck, you stand up, you're out of bed, and then you stay out of bed.
Those tips and exercises will definitely help you to recode and realign your outer for your inner wellness. During my last probably about 18 months, I was able to reprogram, recode my subconscious mind into creating a fitness regimen, um, a new way of eating that was more susceptible to me to be able to release weight and being able to maintain the weight that I did release. And I'm still on the journey of releasing weight. During that time, I actually created a um, a program called Recode and Release, the Recode and Release method. Um, that's a program that I'm still tweaking and working on to one day present and offer it to the public. But that's what I have used for the last 18 months. So definitely recoding your subconscious mind to the things that you want now, the things that you want today, the new you. And you have to create a way to repeat that thing, repeat that thing over and over and over. Because repetition is what recodes and create the paradigm shift that Bob Proctor was talking about. I really hope that this video encourages someone to continue on your journey or start a new journey for becoming the one, becoming the person that you want to be, becoming the version of you that you want to see today in your reality. If this material, these videos, or something that you'd like to see, consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to have you over in our community. Until then, I am done with this one for today. And as always, I'm out with love, Empress.